Hello, 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 hello. This is Tisha McDonald here, Alternatives Beauty Studio.
And Tanika Gillar, I am naturally yours.
We are coming to you a little early today because of scheduling, so we had to come a little earlier today. Today we're just going to talk about just a random conversation, really. We all know that when we go to our beautician, oh, well, we just jumped in too soon. How was your day today?
Busy and hectic and still not over, but it's all
Okay.
good. Things are getting taken care of, so I can't complain. How about you?
Same difference, same difference. Started out, nice and mellow, but and it's a long night ahead. So,
Yeah,
and
that's
tomorrow
why
is
we have
real
to come a
crazy.
little early. That's why we had to
Yes,
come a little early because you got
yes.
stuff, I got stuff, and just trying to get my kids ready for school because Alabama starts in the middle of August. Some go back on the 14th or something like that. We go back on the 25th. So just trying to get all my kids situated with paperwork and doctor stuff and so
All
that's it
ducks in
for
a
me for
row.
today. Yeah. So T,
Okay.
let me just ask you this question then. When your people come, do they think of you as a therapist or you know someone
They
just to
do.
talk to?
They do. All of it. They think of me as a friend, something more than just a stylist. And I believe a lot of stylists have that same, rapport. It's whether you're a bartender, a stylist, a barber, like we said earlier, maybe someone at the grocery store. People just some people just like to talk, and that's it.
Yes.
But
Hmm.
really, in the beauty slash barber industry, you don't get that much. In the nail salon, they don't talk that much because
Mm.
it's a cultural thing. So it's not that much
Yes.
talking going on.
Right. Right.
Even like when you get a facial, that's not a time to be talking. That's like a shut up, lay here, get your face
Right. I want to
done.
get
When
relaxed.
you're getting a
Yeah.
massage, it's quiet, you know. So really it's us, the barbers and the beauticians, that get the bulk of the talk. And also, salons have been notorious for gossip. So that's like a no gossip rule in my salon. We talk about certain things, maybe pop culture or whatever, but you won't see me gossiping about another salon or you won't
Right.
see that. But we will talk pop culture and stuff like that, and people will just lay it on you. But go ahead. What about you?
Yeah, I feel it's the same way if they feel comfortable, if they've been clients of yours for years and years. But sometimes you could cross the bounds, because y'all cross talk, I'm like, yeah, for me, I've been doing this and that and the other. I think it
Yes,
depends on the longevity that you've known the client, and then what they trust. If they trust you, they feel confident in you, or if you have experience in an area that they don't. Because I know yesterday, for me, I have no experience in a lot of stuff. And so even like just talking to my girlfriends or even clients that I don't know, if I don't know something, I don't mind asking. I'm opening my mouth like, hey, I don't know how to cut the grass. Can you show me how to use this, lawnmower, or, stuff that you don't know. So that's easy stuff. But sometimes they come with the deep stuff too. But I think that's goes back to your experience. They say, hey, I know you've been in business a long time. So how do you do this? Or how do you do that? Or since you do foster care and stuff like that, they'll say, well, how did you make it out? Or, what was your take on that? So yeah, so I think that if you're relatable, that's what draws them in.
gotta be relatable. Gotta be relatable. And I think also, like you said, like with your age too, with your age comes experiences. But even you have some
Hmm.
young people who they're young, but they have had experiences.
That's
So,
true.
and sometimes the young relate to the young, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So it's
Hmm.
a whole nother type of a gossip going on there, you
Yes,
know.
yeah.
So, um,
I think that's why people like to go to the barbershop, like your barbershop and your beauty salon. That's your hangout spot. That's your stress relief area. I know, like I work in a shop that's a barbershop in the front, and then the hair salons are in the back. And so you can hear the barbers and their clients out there laughing and having a good time, just talking about all types of things from politics to basketball and football to religion. And so it gets some heated debates out there. And it's really kind of cool that they can have that environment. And the same thing in the back, we're talking about what's going on in the world, what's going on with our kids. You know, I think that with us, like with the women, it's always about our kids and at what age and stage they're in, you know. So it's like, yeah, I have a 15-year-old and he won't shut up. I'm going to bop him in the mouth, you know, something like that. Like, yeah, that's just the stage that they're in right now. You know, they'll grow out of it, you know. So I think it's all of that relatable stuff.
It is relatable and it's fun. But it's when it gets deeper, when they want to know more, or if they have like real serious issues, you know. But at the same time, you got to kind of toe the line, because yes, I'm your stylist, and yes, I'm here, I'm listening. But it's only so much. I'm only going to go so far with what I have to say, because it's never going to be said that Tisha said. You know, well, who's Tisha? She's just your beautician, or she's just your. So it's not going to be something that Tisha said, you know, when it comes to like real personal, deep type stuff. I'm not going to give you, you know, okay, so tomorrow will be 21 years I'm married, 21 years. So people might ask me marital advice, and I can only say from my experience, this, that, and the other, but I'm not going to say for your experience, because people get
Exactly.
surprised. People get surprised about a few things that I say about my marriage. I ain't going to say it now, but, you know, and they're like, really?
Hmm.
Really? And I'm just like, yes, you know. And then there's some that's young people that's, you know, dating for a while, and they want to know how
Hmm.
me and Walter met. And I say through my sister. And then I say we had ground rules from the beginning. And they're like, what? You know, they don't know that that can still work today. But because I'm from a different generation, you know, they think it's so old school. But they're like, oh, that makes sense. For example, I say, well, we didn't have a large wedding. We went to City Hall, and the money that we would have used as a money for our wedding, we used as a deposit on our first home. And we still have that home
Hmm.
today. And so they'll be like, oh, that makes so much sense, blah, blah, blah. Because I always have to explain it's not about the wedding, it's about the marriage. So that is pretty good advice that I give all the time. But, you know, once it becomes into like deeper stuff, like, oh, wow, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh,
Hmm.
oh, wow. You know, I don't give an opinion. You know, it's
Well,
like,
I think it depends on what it is. I
depends
think
on what it
too,
is.
like people talk to me because my background, you know, the nursing background, they come to me with medical issues. Then they also come with just problems as well. But I always direct them, you need to go see a doctor, or have you sought counseling or a therapist. So that's good advice, you know. And I'm very forthcoming, because I'll tell people, hey, I see a therapist myself sometime, you know, because sometimes you need an outside view or outside person that you can talk to, outside of your family, outside of your friends, you know. So that's how that goes.
But I definitely do not want my clients calling me for personal advice. You know,
Right, right,
that's the
right,
line I don't want crossed. Like, it's all
right.
good and gravy, but that's the line I do not want crossed
Yes, I
at the end
understand.
of the day. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know I have a visitor coming to the door in a minute. Unfortunately, I thought they were coming a little bit later, but they're here now from what I can see. But yes,
Okay.
I always direct people to a therapist or someone, but I'm willing to listen and give an ear. Now, I'll give advice if they ask advice, but I'll say if it were me, I would. And
Right.
even when I was school nursing with parents, you know, dealing with them, it would be, if it was me, I would do this. If it was my child, I would, you know, I wouldn't just say, this is what you need to do. Because, like you said, you don't want to, you know, boomeranging back at you, you know, so, you know, and you don't want to hold the ball. But I think that sometimes people, like I said, they just want to be heard. They might not necessarily want an opinion or anything like that. They just want someone to listen. And I think that
Yeah.
that's what we're there for.
All right. I'm going to say good night, Tanika. Have a good
Okay.
visit. And
Yes.
I will see you on Sunday.
I'll see you on Sunday. Thank you all. You know, I got my daughter Rain, so we have visitors come in from time to time just to check on her. So y'all take care, and I will see you on Sunday. And if y'all need help, go see someone.
Yes. All right. That is Tanika, Naturally Yours. This is Tisha, Alternatives Beauty Studio. Thank you for tuning in today, and we will see you Sunday at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. Thank you. Have a good night.